Today we're focusing on the brand new pay-to-win Sirin 9mm. It's in the special category. In terms of convenience, it basically fits the pistol category because it's competing in the pistol category slot. So I want to go ahead and kind of take a look at how this compares. Obviously, the pay-to-win part comes because you're not able to unlock this organically in any way currently. You have to go to the store. Luckily, COD gives me tons of free COD points, so I just used some of those so I could test it for you guys and figure out the entire damage profile. The organic way to get it, we're not going to be able to get this for another 7 to 10 days because realistically, I think a lot of people are going to gas it up and not really give you any kind of details, say how good it is, maybe make a video saying how awesome it is, and then never touch the weapon again, which we've seen multiple times over the years. People spend their money and then they get upset, which realistically you shouldn't be spending money on the game in the current state, especially with the video I posted earlier talking about all the various problems with the game. Not really doing a lot to earn your money. So in terms of like meta head to head, it doesn't really do all that well when you're comparing it to a fully stacked Jackal, PP919. It doesn't really compete with those weapons all that much because of a couple different things here. First off is the damage ranges are super short for all of the pistols and this special version, and then the next drop off isn't particularly good either for a lot of these weapons. So if you're comparing this to one of those, it's not going to stack up. You might as well go with that particular gun, 5 attachments for a lot of close range options. But where it does stack up is you can see right here, it has a 500 RPM, which is pretty good relative. The Grekova is the only thing higher. And then the TTK in that first range is 720. So it is on par with the Strider, but it's fully auto. When it comes to multiplayer, side note, since that's only 100 HP, it would be 2 shots to kill if you land a body shot of any kind and a headshot in that first damage range. And then you'd need 3 shots to kill or so at the furthest range, and headshots wouldn't matter, not the furthest, but the next damage drop off, which we're looking at right here. So overall, pretty consistent damage profile. TTK isn't impressive by any means when you're comparing it to close range meta, but like I said, this opens the door for a lot more gunfighter options where maybe you start with this one, a little bit easier to use than the semi-auto Strider. It allows you to stack up an 8 attachment gun and then run this as your secondary essentially for free until maybe you get a kill, and then you can either buy the Jackal or something of that kind, where you're basically going to upgrade the gun after getting a kill. You swap the gun. This is serviceable enough to get the kill at close range, and then maybe you swap it out for something that's a little bit more meta. So that'd work perfectly with like something like the XM4. Build this out, and then you'd run your secondary as that gun, and the blueprint will essentially give you the quote-unquote meta build because it doesn't have any attachments. Like, you basically go through each and you kind of only had 1 attachment per thing, and it kind of just gives you the best thing. The only thing it's missing is maybe a suppressor, which you do have to level up and unlock, which I've unlocked at level 29. So personally, I don't think it's game breaking or meta. So this would just essentially replace whatever you have as your secondary. So instead of rocking something like the Grekova or the Strider for that initial drop with your 8 attachment gun, you would go ahead and swap over and then use the Sirin or Sirin, depending on how you want to call it. Disappointed, but not surprised. What's new with Call of Duty? Getting greedy every single day. And unfortunately, there is no limit to that. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.